Hello and welcome to my monthly reading for August 2025. So we are still amidst a Mercury retrograde and it's in the Leo zodiac sign, so it can be quite a fiery time. So you've got the Mercury retrograde energy, which can be quite sort of challenging anyway. Then you've got this fire from Leo, which can be wonderful and playful and sociable, but it can also be a bit sort of ego antagonizing. So it's very easy to sort of feel on edge, to feel triggered, for arguments to happen, road rage. So yes, it's can be a tricky energy. It can also make you feel quite tired. It can make you feel a bit foggy-headed, and things. It might feel frustrating if things that you want to move forward aren't moving forward. It's not really time for that. It's only 3 weeks, and we've only got less than 2 to go. So it's really a very important time actually for slowing down and taking stock, looking at where you've come, what you've learned, what you still, what you need to bring in or let go of, having a reset, maybe setting some intentions. So it is an important time and not one to be feared, but it is a time to be mindful. There we go. What else have we got? So we've got Mercury retrograde until the 11th. We have on the 1st, Mercury Kazemi in Leo, which is creating a sort of fresh new energy. So it's a really good, important time, or a potent time to seed some new ideas, intentions, plans. Could be something along with the form of a project or creativity, starting a new blog, pitching a proposal. So it's kind of got that starting energy. It's not necessarily about pushing it forward at the moment, but it's kind of like, oh, what do I want to bring in? Maybe I want to do some study. Maybe I want to look into a new career. Then we have, what do we have? The 8th of the 8th, we have a Lionsgate Portal, which is a really powerful time for healing, manifestation, transformation. I'll do a little post on that on the day, so I'll talk more about that then. But yeah, that's a pretty powerful day to be mindful of and excited about. 9th of August, hotly following the Lionsgate Portal, we have a full moon in Aquarius. And the energy of that is very much kind of getting that balance between you, like us as individuals, versus the kind of group, the collective. So honouring our own needs, but also being mindful that we're part of something bigger, being part of a group, where, finding our place in that community, not sort of disconnecting yourself, but also still being able to be true to yourself and not swallowing your voice or trying to fit in just for the sake of it. So it's a balance between me versus the group. What else do we have? Oh yeah, on the 11th, Mercury goes forward again, goes direct. Whoop whoop. So it's kind of lifting us out of this quite a disorientating time. It's been particularly foggy, this one, for various astrological reasons, which I will not go in for. But I guess the question that we're kind of that we can come out to is, what do I stand for? What's my authentic truth? What's important to me? What values, what things in my life matter? What gives me passion and joy? And the things that we feel passionate about, also in a kind of activist way. What do we want to spread the word about? What do we want to get petition signed about? What do we want to demand for change-wise? Oh, there's a lot of stuff out there that needs to change still. So it's but not spreading yourself too thin. On the 22nd, Virgo season comes in. So Leo ends and we have Virgo, which is more about structure and purpose. It's that kind of back to school energy. And although it's not quite the end of summer holidays here in the UK, there's still maybe a sense of getting a few little structures in place, looking at your health, being a bit more organised after the kind of more free-flowing Leo summer energy. Next day, new moon in Virgo, which is a really lovely time for setting intentions, particularly around wellness, health. Then we have on the 25th, Venus entering Leo, and it's a really lovely opportunity for us to shine, particularly around our kind of creative expression and to be our unapologetic selves. So just be yourself and do not feel like you have to make excuses for who you are, as long as you're not harming anyone. Just be you, whatever that is. All right, so that is our little nutshell of a month. I have already done the cards, and the cards for the first week of August is the Faith card. Have faith, I guess that is the main message, but we'll look into it a bit stronger than that. And it is the third eye chakra, which is purple in colour. And the message is, what frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tight will only worsen the situation. Your greatness awaits. So it's really about looking at the things that hold us back, the fears, and turning them into intentions or healing. The personal inquiry is, I have a tremendous amount of personal magnetism. Am I willing to allow myself to shine? That is a message that comes out a lot at the moment. Be yourself. Key ideas, narrow focus, miracles all around, not following wise counsel, not accepting your gifts, using energy in a self-defeating way. So let's turn that around. Let's open up our eyes and our worlds to possibilities. It might be that an answer is coming to a prayer or something you put out there in a way that you didn't expect. So don't be limiting in how you think things should be. Be open to miracles. Listen to the wise counsel of others. Maybe get some wise counsel. There are lots of amazing people out there, therapists, spiritual teachers, psychics. Not accepting your gifts. Oh, so what are your gifts? What are you good at? Own them, use them. Okay, so that is the first week. The second week is perception, and it's heart chakra. So it's all about the heart. It says here, often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. The emerald stone teaches us to follow on through whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. So the personal inquiry here is, what in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? What's stopping you from feeling good? Why don't you just allow yourself to to feel the love, open up your heart, stop blocking yourself, stop fighting the love that's trying to get to you. Key ideas, transformation in the heart. So really focusing on heart healing this second week. A change in perception. Can you reframe? Can you think things a different way? Change your expectations, change the way you see a situation, stand in someone else's shoes for a bit. The unknown, and a promise of a richer experience. Keywords, beauty, open-heartedness, and appreciation. That's lovely, isn't it? So second week, notice the beauty, keep your heart open, and be grateful. Lovely. Okay, so then we have our third week is, workaholic. And often these cards sort of have quite loaded words. You're like, oh, blimey. But when you read the message, it's not quite as intense as it may necessarily seem. So workaholic, it says, are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you hide from the real issue. So it's a very common thing, isn't it, in modern life for us to get busy. How busy are you? Are you busy? Have you had a busy week? Oh, how great. Busy. No, we're not supposed to be busy. Steady is good. That's a patriarchal, don't get me going, but that is this idea that we need to be working all the time, achieving, and actually we can hide behind work. So, what are we not looking at? Are we not looking at our deep feelings? Are we not listening to our body because we're keeping busy? It says key ideas are feelings of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, healing warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work. So taking breaks, allowing yourself to have fun, rest, so that when you do work, you're more productive. Looking at if the work you do does give you something, obviously we all have to do a job, but if you're doing a job that's draining you, maybe it's time to have a rethink. And also looking at why if you are getting into that workaholic mindset, what is it you're blocking, what are you masking? And sort of feelings of inadequacy, I'll try that again, feelings of inadequacy can often be the root cause for workaholic sort of behaviour, because it's feeling that you have to sort of constantly prove yourself to yourself or others. So yes. Oh, and the keywords are talent, fun, and friends. So put down the old computer, put down the old pen and paper, if anyone still uses those. Have some fun. Go to a talent show. Be in a talent show. Have some fun. Find your friends. Have a giggle. Balance, right? Modern life isn't very balanced. We have to take balance for ourselves. We have to use it as a talisman through these times if we're going to stay well and healthy. All right, we've got our last card for the last week of August, and again, might not be the most inspiring of initial words and images. Complacency. She doesn't look massively happy. She looks like the Queen right before she died. A little bit done in, bless her heart. says here, this is a warning not to give up. Beware of coasting along in a situation is not what you really want. You'll never be fulfilled by unmet dreams of others. So again, it's that message of being true to yourself, not kind of getting caught in the expectations of others, expectations of society. It says, how can I redefine my dreams? How can I stop procrastinating? Key ideas, finding self-nourishment, leaving dreams unrealized, feeling depleted, time for deep rest, lack of motivation or holding back. So where can you nourish yourself a bit more? Where can you look after yourself? What dreams are you putting on the shelf because you're fearful that they might not work out or that you're not worthy of them? All of these things to look at in this last week of August. You get one life, my loves, that you are aware of. I mean, I think we've had many lives. But there's one right now that you're in. Your character is right now in this film. And so make it good. Be good to you and find the joy and find the sense of purpose. So keywords are daring, indomitability. I haven't said that right. Sorry. Indomitability. I love words, but words don't always love me. And reclamation. I think I got that one right. So reclaiming yourself in all this mad hustle culture that we live in. Finding time for you to rest, to have fun, to heal. It's not all about work, work, work. It's not all about push, push, push. But at the same time, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your genes. They've done you what you know. They still fit in them. They're doing you well. Mercury's retrograde. That's what I'm blaming it. I quite like Mercury for that reason, because it means that my slightly ahead of myself brain, I can just blame it on the planets and not me. Anyway, my loves, take care on the path. Have yourself a wonderful August. Look after yourselves. Be love, spread love, and I'll see you in September. Take care now. Bye bye.